Hi, I'm Benny Nodia. You know, as men, our sexuality is a big part of who we are. And the way that you relate to your body and how you experience sex has a massive impact on your general sense of well-being. But where do you go when things aren't working that well in the bedroom? Because it's such a sensitive issue, a lot of men just pretend the issue doesn't exist, or they hope that somehow miraculously it'll disappear all by itself, which rarely happens. And that's why I created the Passion Project for Men. If you go to ThePassionProjectforMen.com, you'll find a lot of information and a lot of free resources on it. I created a 17-chapter foundation course, which is specifically designed to help you get in better relationship and feel better about your body, your sexuality, and ultimately yourself. Now, each of these 17 chapters come with web content, downloadable as PDF file. It comes also as a downloadable MP3 if you prefer the audio version. And each and every chapter comes with a tapping video clip and tapping download MP3. And that's what you're about to see. Now, every chapter, the tapping routine is designed to help you work through the specific topic of that chapter. So watch the tapping clip, but before you do, it's really important you understand that this tapping, as simple and as silly as it looks, it has the power to transform your life beyond your wildest dreams. So only do the tapping if you really want life to be better. So this is the third tapping round for chapter 2, and we'll again do some temporal tapping. So you'll start again with 2 or 3 fingers of your left hand tapping on the left side of your head, starting in front of the ear and then going all the way to the back, and repeat after me. I no longer need to be uncomfortable with my emotions. I no longer need to be uncomfortable with my emotions. I no longer need to be uncomfortable with my emotions. He no longer needs to be uncomfortable with his emotions. He no longer needs to be uncomfortable with his emotions. He no longer needs to be uncomfortable with his emotions. You no longer need to be uncomfortable with your emotions. You no longer need to be uncomfortable with your emotions. You no longer need to be uncomfortable with your emotions. And now we'll use your first name again, so when I say Benny, just substitute it for your name. Benny no longer needs to be uncomfortable with his emotions. Benny no longer needs to be uncomfortable with his emotions. Benny no longer needs to be uncomfortable with his emotions. Great, so that finishes the tapping on the left hand side, so let's move to the right hand side. Again, you'll start in front of the ear and go all the way back and say after me. It's okay for me to be comfortable with all my emotions. It's okay for me to be comfortable with all my emotions. It's okay for me to be comfortable with all my emotions. It's okay for him to be comfortable with all his emotions. It's okay for him to be comfortable with all his emotions. It's okay for him to be comfortable with all his emotions. It's okay for you to be comfortable with all your emotions. It's okay for you to be comfortable with all your emotions. It's okay for you to be comfortable with all your emotions. It's okay for Benny to be comfortable with all his emotions. It's okay for Benny to be comfortable with all his emotions. It's okay for Benny to be comfortable with all his emotions. Now take a deep breath in. Blow it out through the mouth. So that again concludes the tapping for chapter 2. If anything seems incomplete, motherfucking cunt sucker. So that concludes the tapping for chapter 2. If anything feels incomplete, just rewind the clips and do them again. And again, as with chapter 1, the more you do the tapping, especially the temporal tapping as you go through your day, the quicker the change will happen for you. See you in chapter 3. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tapping clip. And remember, that's just one of 9 free clips that comprises the first. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little tapping clip. And remember, it's just one of 9 free tapping clips. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tapping clip. And remember, this is just one of the 9 free tapping clips that comprise the first 3 chapters of the Foundation course. So if you haven't yet, why don't you visit www.ThePassionProjectforMen.com and sign up for the first free 3 chapters of the Foundation course. It could just change your life.